Welcome to my presentation of the game Centaura. This presentation only includes the gameplay parts, which includes the Cetan campaign and the Aquilan campaign. Now let's get into it. The Sun Chorus War. Sun Chorus is the main coal and iron producing as well as agricultural sector of the Chorus Federation. Prior to 1886, Chorus had begun industrializing with the use of its coal-rich south. Cities began converting to steam-powered machines for electricity, and these were all fueled by coal. By 1882, 80% of the major urban centers had been converted to run on steam-powered generators. Electricity was a great thing for Chorus. With the abundance of coal from Southern Chorus, it seemed as if everything could run on electricity for a very long time. Chorus became one of the first countries on Forma to build a nationwide power grid. At the same time, Cetas had begun their maritime ambitions and required materials to build the ships. So in 1886, Cetas forcibly seized Southern Chorus, a region renowned for its iron and coal deposits. Over the next 20 years, the Cubans heavily relied on the coastal industries. They experienced a gradual economic decline, with numerous urban centers in Cubas descending into poverty and rampant crime. In 1908, the Cuban army invaded from the north, fueled by its revenge for the stolen lands. The Southern Cubas War begins. First map, Blackton. Blackton is a boomtown located near the northern border, home to businessmen and families of coal miners. The town's populace received no warning of the Cuban invasion, resulting in many civilians being caught in crossfire. Nevertheless, the majority managed to evacuate their homes and flee southward. Result: Cuban victory. Second map, Coastal Battery Q. Sedans, despite a significant naval advantage, faced a threat from Corvus's coastal artillery. They advanced along the coastline before encountering Battery Q, which was an obstacle to their advance. The battle strategy involved disrupting coastal guns and providing naval support to ground troops. However, communication issues and lack of radios led to confusion. The CIS Mira, the supporting battleship, focused fire on areas of ground fighting, resulting in both enemy casualties and friendly fire. Result: Sedan victory. Third map, Capri Valley. In 1910, Cetas faced a significant loss due to a shortage of manpower, with most of their military personnel serving in the Navy. As a result, they developed a defensive strategy with trench line and bunkers. Unable to launch offensives, the period from late 1910 to 1911 saw significant casualty and bloodshed, resulting in a painful stalemate. Result: stalemate. Fourth map, Kelson Village. In 1910, the Coens used chlorine gas as a new weapon to break through city defenses. Originally used for sanitation, it proved devastating when repurposed. However, the Sedans developed countermeasures like gas masks and filters to protect their troops. Initially caught off guard, the Sedans suffered significant setbacks, losing miles of territory. By late 1911, the Sedans were steadily pushed back under the lethal weight of chlorine gas. Result: Sedan victory. Fifth map, Mont Plenis. In February 1912, the Antares Imperium emerged as a new threat from the south, leaving Cetas vulnerable. The Antaran invasion forced Cetas to ship resources southward, having the defensive capabilities. The two-front war, combined with limited numbers, led to a decline in morale among soldiers. Result: Antaran victory. Sixth map, Whitemouth Estuary. In mid-1912, the empire of Cetas was defeated by Antaran and Coan armies. The Cetan navy stationed on Western Islands had rarely defended their homeland due to the flag officers' desire to reserve numbers. Dissatisfaction among naval marines, the exercise marines, led to mutiny and a decision to reclaim a piece of their homeland, with the chosen landing point being Whitemouth Estuary. Result: initial incursion successful, however Ontaran counterattacks erases Cetan gains and the EM subsequently is destroyed or surrendered. The Aquilan Campaign. In the late 1700s, Aquila won a decisive victory over Vega and Antares, gaining territory out to the Mimas Plateau and access to the Liberian Ocean. Aquila stopped expanding and focused on building its own market. In the late 1800s, underwent a peaceful revolution, giving political power to the people. In 1875, Antares launched an offensive to retake lost land, leading to a loss, giving Aquila's military the nickname Iron Army. Future Emperor of Antares, Calvin Tile, fought in the Aquilan War. The Emperor of Antares, Centaura, fought in the 1875 war. Being traumatized, his hatred of wars and violence stemmed directly from there, ultimately causing him to commit to his plan of conquering Centaura. After the fall of Cetas, Antares caught the attention of southern Centaura. Thousands of refugees fled across the Cetas-Aquila border between 1910 and 1912, prompting the Aquilan army to reinforce their borders with Antares. 7th map, Roland's Prairies. At the Cetas 7th map, Roland's Prairies. After Cetas' capitulation, the Antarans invaded Aquila, which was protected by the ring of fire of defensive forts and artillery batteries. However, these batteries, built from 1898 to 19 armored vehicles and aircraft. In 1912, the Antarans attempted two failed assaults on battery Liberias, resulting in thousands of casualties. It is approaching winter, and this is the third attempt. Result: Antaran victory. Eighth map, Ascendance Forest. After a year of fighting in the southwestern Prairies, the Antarans began their march into Aquila's heartlands. They devised a plan called the Scourge to combat dense pine forests, setting thousands of acres on fire to demoralize Aquilan troops. However, this led to renewed determination to defend the remaining land. Today, over 10% of the Aquilan countryside has been destroyed, and the fires continue to rage. Result: Antaran victory. Ninth map, Route 23. By 1914, the scourge had devastated 30% of the Aquilan countryside, leaving nothing but trails of ashes. Route 23, a major roadway beginning from the western border and winding through several towns and cities, culminates in Talona, one of Aquila's major urban centers. Throughout the campaign, the Antarian army has relied on this road for their main supply chain, and now Antares stands just 1 mile from the end of Route 23. The siege of Talona begins. Result: Antarian victory. 10th map, Downtown Tolona. Battle of Tolona involved artillery shells hitting targets in the downtown district, initially believed to be military hardpoints. However, as Ontario troops advanced deeper into the city, they discovered no civilians were evacuated. Ontario leaders ordered a halt of all artillery and air operations, causing the Ontarians to choose their fight carefully to prevent further collateral damage. This battle was one of the last in the Aquilan campaign, following the fall of Wallace, Aquila's capital city. Result: Antarian victory. That's it, guys. That's the end of my presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I took my free time to kind of make this, well, and it was real fun. Anyways, see you next time.